Okay, we are back and we are going to be watching Kingdom Hearts back cover. So yesterday when I recorded the last bit, we were finishing up Unchained. So now we're doing back cover, and then we're going to go back into the phone game, and then we're going to do the going to continue watching the cutscenes. There's a lot of cutscenes. So we're going to start with this one. So this is back cover. It's roughly an hour long. I'm going to be pausing it multiple times, I'm sure, and like commenting and stuff on what's happening or reacting at the very least. So yeah, let's just go in, just watch it. I've seen this before, I'm sure. I just don't recall all that happens, but I'm fairly certain I've seen this. Also, like, I wonder if there's like subtitle options and stuff like that. Like, I didn't see any options anywhere, so like I don't know how that's gonna work out. Not realizing that it needed to do that. I thought if I pressed the button, it would just go off of the disc, but I guess not. Yeah, like, I wonder how it's gonna, like, how the story's gonna go. Like, again, there's so many things I'm confused about, like how some of the stories in some of the Disney worlds that we're visiting end up re-happening again later on with the same characters in the same worlds, and they don't seem to recall, like in the original games, like they're acting as if they're seeing you for the first time. And I mean, obviously it's a different character. It's Sora instead of being like your custom character, but like you would think that it would kind of remember a Keyblade, for example, or like remember some of the things that happened in the past. And like in some of them, it's like they're meeting some characters for the first time also. So like Beauty and the Beast, for example, like that one confuses me a lot. Like it feels like, if I remember correctly, whenever you go in like Kingdom Hearts 2, like it's basically the story of the movie ish, but that's also what you just went through in this game. And also like the fact that like Beast is no longer a beast, he's now the prince, and like in Kingdom Hearts 1 he's back to being the beast. So yeah, I'm thoroughly confused. I don't know how that's gonna pan out. Unknown ready to install. Well, great, fantastic, that tells me so much. And my PS5 is making some noise, man. Don't know why it's like so loud. It was fine before, and now it's like super loud. And it's almost done. Yeah, I wonder if I can like set up the subtitles and like pause whenever I want to and stuff. Like, is it like an actual, is it like is it divided per chapter? Is it like, I don't know. Yes. Like, is there a menu here? Autosave. There's no menu. Ah, there it is. Okay. Yes. Hopefully I don't hide too many things. Yes. Obviously, I'm not reading all of that because that would be insane. But also, we've seen all of those cutscenes. We've literally just watched them. Yeah. Oh, it's the same text. It's just on a loop. Let me lower the volume a little bit. Otherwise, you guys won't hear my voice as much. Maybe here? Roughly, maybe? I don't know. That seems fine. text moving so fast is sort of annoying. It would have been more effective if the text would have been shown slower. You had time to read it instead of having to wait for the loop to continue so they can read the rest of the first sentence. You like, I feel like that was a weird decision to make it look like that. That's kind of weird. At least it's weird to me. Oh, some of that stuff we haven't seen. Some of those images were not part of the cutscenes we watched. So either they're part of like the final, like the Keyblade War, which, or they're, or maybe they're like later on in the story and I've not seen it yet. I don't know. Okay. Can I just press start whenever I want to? Yeah, okay.
So that makes you the indisposable number 7. Huh. Come on, it's simple. U6 plus me is 7. Wait, don't tell me I don't count.
No.
Here, take it.
In the Master's playful and mischievous way, he gave his apprentice Luciu a very important role.
Interesting that his
What
name is
seemed
basically
like
Lux.
a simple task was the element that would connect all of the events to come. Long, long ago, all the worlds were still one. One day, this would be called the Age of Fairy Tales. It all began here in Daybreak Town. The Master of Masters had an eye that gazes into the future. He bestowed upon 5 of his 6 apprentices a copy of the Book of Prophecies, in which was written the events to come.
Yeah, okay. What would happen to Luciu? Casse of Ira.
So, did you look through the
Or
book?
case.
Yes. But I'm still analyzing it.
Wow, no quick skim for you, huh?
I just prefer to be thorough. Master, is what it says in the last passage true?
Oh yeah, that. Bummer, huh?
Yes.
By the way, if one day I suddenly disappear, I'm counting on you to keep the others calm, okay?
Huh? Disappear?
Yeah, that's weird. Honestly, like, he's way too carefree about this. It seems like either he's not really the Master of Masters and he's just trolling them, or he actually is and he's just been evil the entire time and he's basically the Joker or something. Like, I don't know. It seems weird.
Vanish? Dim? Fade? I don't know how to explain it. It's just hypothetical talk.
Okay.
This world is full of light. It's a world comprised of many smaller worlds, all connected, stretching as far as the eye can see. One great light protects us all throughout this vast land. All worlds share one light, one fate.
I take it you're talking about Kingdom Hearts.
Yep, you're right on the money. People believe that the light that is Kingdom Hearts will be here forever. But if it were to disappear, the world would be enveloped in darkness.
I understand. That is why you granted us these Keyblades. With these, we can spread the teachings of light. And we can protect Kingdom Hearts from darkness.
No, they're not for protecting Kingdom Hearts.
Huh?
The final passage reads, "On that fated land, a great war shall transpire. Darkness will prevail, and the light expire."
That strangely rhymes. That's interesting. But also, he sounded like he cared for a second there, like about light and stuff, but like he's a bit too carefree, and he's the one that wrote it. So is it becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy? Like he just wrote it and so that's what happens? Or like, I don't know. It's weird.
Isn't it our duty as Keyblade wielders to prevent this war from taking place?
Not possible.
What?
You really think you can change the future?
Then, what do you want us to do?
We have to focus on what comes after. There's no use thinking of ways to change events that we know are gonna happen.
But what about all of those who are here now? And the ones who will be here when the darkness finally comes? Are we to abandon all of them?
Come on, are you telling me that you think the world can be saved by just 7 people?
We have to at least try. With enough Keyblade wielders, we could...
Well, if you want to give it a shot.
See, like he's baiting him into getting as many Keyblade wielders, thus prepping the war, essentially, because the war is going to be like Keyblade wielders against Keyblade wielders. So like it very much seems like that's the point.
Yes.
Alrighty, good luck.
And so the reliable Era, who wore the mask of
Era.
the unicorn, was given his role to take over for the Master and to lead the others. Similarly, the virtuous Envy, who wore the mask of the snake, was given her role to watch over the others with a fair eye. The fearless Aced, who wore the mask of the bear, was given his role to support their brand new leader, Era. The prudent Ava, who wore the mask of the fox, was given her role to prepare exceptional
Not Ava,
Keyblade
but
wielders
Ava.
for the world after. The cool-headed Gula, who wore the mask of the leopard, was given his role to uncover the mystery of the Book of Prophecies. Lushu, the first of the apprentices to be given their role, watched his companions from afar as they learned what it was that they were meant to do. Then, he disappeared. Not long after that, the Master vanished, dimmed, and faded without a trace.
Yeah, because that was his goal. But also, it's very interesting that Lushu doesn't have a mask. Like, we can't see who he is. Also, we can't see who the Master of Master is.
This is where your story began. The story of your very own adventure. 5 of the Master's apprentices armed themselves with the Book of Prophecies. They each created a union. This would fulfill his wishes. Then, they set out to rally Keyblade wielders just like you. By defeating Heartless, the monsters of darkness, they would gather light.
This is weird because I feel like this would have been an awesome game. Just period. Like just like instead of being a phone game, that entire story would have been really, really cool. It's just like you just wander around Daybreak Town. It's like your hub, and you just go into various different like portals into different worlds, and you always come back to the hub, and there's a mystery in the hub also, like kind of unraveling. That would have been so nice.
There's a traitor among us.
They could have also made this like an MMO almost. Like there's so many options.
Are you certain? What proof do you have?
I found this sniffing around.
Is that a dark Cherothy? Is that a nightmare?
So we caught the Dark Charity.
Master, did you make this? It's so cute!
Well, things are gonna get pretty hectic around here soon. But this spirit Cherothy is gonna make your lives much easier. Hopefully.
Spirit?
You could say they're like cats or dogs. And they'll be your loyal pets. Every wielder will have one of these adorable little guys at their side. They're here to help, so play nice.
Okay.
Oh, right. Before I forget. If a wielder is overcome by malice, or rather if their heart is tainted by darkness, their adorable little spirit will turn dark and become a nightmare.
So you're telling us that if we see a nightmare,
Someone has fallen into darkness.
Exactly. And if you don't stop this renegade spirit, it'll plant darkness in the hearts of others. And you'll have an army of nightmares on your hands. Beware.
So, if we see one of these nightmares anywhere, we have to get rid of it on the spot.
No! I won't let you do that!
No wonder you ended up as the bear. You're scary.
Your point?
Maybe you can growl at them.
Don't insult me!
Come on, Hassan. You won't know if it works unless you try.
Please tell me you're joking. It's not me!
There's an easy way to solve this. If we all summon our spirits, then we'll know.
Unfortunately, there are countless wielders in our unions. It would be easy for any of us to summon a Cherothy that isn't a nightmare. I'm afraid that your suggestion wouldn't help us get to the bottom of this.
Oh, so they can just cheat. They can just summon any Charity. So they can just summon like somebody else's Charity that's not dark.
Yeah, in that case, who's to say that the nightmare you saw belongs to one of us? It could belong to anyone in our unions.
that's highly unlikely. Do you recall the tool the wielders were given in order to make them stronger? We generally don't concern ourselves with what they have at their disposal. However, I believe those tools were the nightmare's doing.
The bangles. I know when they're equipped, they have the power to collect dark energy. But I thought we all agreed that was okay.
Oh, so that's what was going on. You were given a power bangle like everybody else in the cutscenes from Unchained. Whoa. But he wasn't already turned, like his color hadn't changed yet. So it was already planting the seed of darkness. Or it's all a ruse and like the Bengals don't do anything and we're being led to believe they do, and we're being led to believe that someone is a traitor and stuff, and in the end it's just trying to turning us against each other so that we kind of fulfill the prophecy basically.
Collecting is fine, but using that power is the equivalent of using the power of darkness.
It's a brilliant plan. Everyone knows that all spirits look the same, and wielders exist in spades. There's no way to tell.
Oh no. Everyone's already equipped their bangles.
So what now? How do we find out who's behind this?
Seeing as those bangles couldn't have been acquired by just anyone, I believe it's one of us here in this room.
No, Ira. I respectfully disagree. What proof do we have that the Bangles are tied to the power of darkness?
Yeah, exactly what I was
Or
saying.
if a nightmare is to blame? We shouldn't simply jump to conclusions.
Ira, some leader you are. You've managed to plant seeds of doubt in all of us with that speech. What, did you expect the traitor to give themselves up with that accusation of yours? That was foolish.
Aced, that's quite enough.
It looks to me like the Master made the wrong choice.
Wait, where do you think you're going?
Maybe
I think we're done
it's
here.
Ira, or maybe it's Aced.
I trust you'll keep us all updated.
Maybe it's him.
I hope we can all resolve this soon.
Ava and the snake
That
lady
didn't go as expected.
are the only one I trust,
What's wrong,
really.
Ira? This isn't like you.
A lost page. Something's missing from our book of prophecies. Each of our copies were said to contain the events of the future. But this incident, well, it's nowhere to be found.
And how does this whole thing with the traitor tie together?
Like I said, it's nowhere to be found. In my book.
Ira, are you implying that someone is in possession of the missing page? And the person with the complete book is the traitor?
There is something going on, and a page is suspiciously missing from the book. It's not so far-fetched to assume that the one who has the lost page has been turned, that they have fallen into the hands of darkness. Trust me.
There seems to be no record of it in my book either. You may be onto something. I wonder, could this have been the Master's plan all along? To grant the lost page to only one of us?
We have no way of knowing. The Master is gone.
I understand what you're saying. I promise to keep a close eye on the others. I will keep you informed, as always.
Thanks.
Of course. After all, that is what the Master asked of me.
I like her mask. It looks really cool.
And Ira, may your heart be your guiding key.
Case of Envy. So it's not Cassie, it's really Case. It's like the previous chapter was on Ira, this one is on Envy.
So, to sum it up, I'll need you to observe the others. Easy breezy.
All right.
Like
That's
I said,
suspicious.
Ira may have to take over for me. But don't be shy. Just be fair. And do not be afraid to speak up. Even though I say observe, you'll need to be the mediator. Make sure people get along.
I understand. But without you or Lushu, to form and maintain our own unions is... it's a little unnerving, to be honest.
Oh, come on. Lighten up a little. Maybe I'll never disappear. Wait. Do you want me to go?
What? No, of course not.
I was just kidding.
Oh, I see.
Look, I get that change can be hard for everyone, but things need to keep moving forward. You need to keep up. Otherwise, you'll just get left behind, all alone. Now that you know what the future holds, Envy, what does your heart say? May your heart be your guiding key. I say it all the time. You ultimately need to do what your heart feels is right.